oh, whoa, whoa, ah, yeah, whoa, whoa, oh, whoa, whoa, ah, yeah, whoa, whoa, ah, oh, whoa, whoa, ah, yeah, yeah, whoa, whoa, ah, oh, mama, whoa, whoa, ah, yeah, mama, hey, 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 hey.
When communities are placed at the center, everything looks different. In 2006, a business initiative of the Old Mutual Group, including Old Mutual, Nedbank, Mutual and Federal, and its BEE partner Wiphold, identified a real need for a different kind of financing, a different kind of insurance, a different kind of interaction with a community. The primary purpose is to provide the poor in South Africa with access to retail financial services. The overarching objective is to build new markets by increasing economic activity in communities. This increase is through commercial activity rather than CSI initiatives. A community of 300,000 people in the Eastern Cape was placed at the center, and through an Imbizo process, a real plan with real outcomes emerged. The hub of the flagship site in Qentane is the Green Shop, established to enable people to engage with their financial services provider on a face-to-face basis. Local people, 60% of whom were women, rebuilt the burnt-down magistrates' court into what is now a place of pride, a place for the community to meet, a place where the small enterprises operate from, and a place where useful and innovative financial services and advice are provided.
One of the most important things that we need to acknowledge as the community of this area, number one, is the importance of bringing services to the people. In the past, people had to drive all the way from the deep rural areas to the places that are closer to town. The earliest place that is closer to town is Barrawell, East London, Dutwa. That was too much for most of the people in the area. At the greater length, the question of education is the most vital most in the communities in these areas. This entire project that's been brought here closer to them, we've managed to reach most people, whether it's kids, it's the youth, and also the elder people. We've managed to penetrate and make it a point. This is very much satisfying to most of them.
Starting from the chiefs and the villagers and everybody, they have called the Green Shop a jewel because it had managed to people to come closer and get all the services. And it has grown so quickly in 2 years' time.
A building block of the Imbizo model is the provision of financial education, business support training, and lending advice. An economic activity has to be fostered and stimulated in order to build economically empowered and sustainable communities. The most important thing for every man, woman, and child in the community is to make sure that everyone has enough food to eat. Crop production and subsistence farming is one of the most critical areas being addressed as part of the seedling nursery business. This business enterprise, although started with grants, is now beginning to run commercially.
Nedbank officers, together with social development, get together, forming projects, and Nedbank give the projects funds. The reason why the officers of Nedbank come to the Department of Agriculture is that the officers of the department work hand to hand with the farmers, and also the Nedbank officers go with us to tell the farmers how to develop their selves. The farmers now become aware of everything, how to plant vegetables, how to dose animals, the way of training them themselves. They know everything now because of this testing. And there are many things that the farmers benefit, like loans at Nedbank. There also a nursery there. The farmers go straight to the Nedbank to order seedlings. And also the farmers open their accounts there at Nedbank.
The Green Revolution is predominantly supporting women in building household food security, as they are amongst the poorest members of the community.
I have always planted veggies in my garden, but these companies did a fantastic thing because the people of the community of Centane used to struggle. It was difficult to get plants. People had to go to Butterworth to get seedlings, and sometimes they wouldn't have any. Now my life has improved because I get an income at the end of the month, I can solve my household problems, and I eat veggies every day now. I work very well with the people here. There are no problems. I enjoy my job because I've always enjoyed gardening. And most importantly, it makes me happy.
The farming groups have been established as Nedbank Zakheleni groups, enabling them to continue their micro-enterprise farming after the 8-month grant period ends, an important progression from CSI into commercial income generation. The Zakheleni collective saving and lending products have been hugely successful. With tailor-made business support training, one of the small business enterprises which has flourished is the fence-making business. The initial CSI funding enabled fencing of livestock in the community, but now commercial micro-enterprise financing has been provided and the business is supplying cash build. This and other initiatives have shown that the market has an appetite for collective saving and lending.
Since I have joined the Zakheleni scheme, my life has improved significantly, and I've been able to open my shop. You know, if you don't have money, you can't think clearly. But I've always believed that Nedbank can help me. Now I live a better life, I sleep well, I am less stressed, and my life has improved.
Certain products such as the Zakheleni product and the livestock covers are things that are really unconventional banking products that have really been warmly received in these communities and are really taking off in a huge way, and we hope to see that they will continue into other branches within our area.
The Imbizo project is unlike anything ever undertaken. Innovative thinking is at the heart of this amazing initiative.
Mutual and Federal, who has come with the request of the community, because as a short-term insurance, they normally have house insurance, household and cars, but the community requested specifically that their wealth is their livestock. So they need us to go back to the boardrooms and get an insurance appropriate for that. And indeed, MNF went back and engage and come back with a new product in the entire of South Africa of a livestock of communal insurance, where each one can insure their goats, sheep, horses, as well as cattle.
I am Nogwata Msisi from Centane. I'm a farmer. I focus on livestock. It becomes hard when there's a drought and the animals have nothing to eat. We can lose a lot of cattle. Even if I lose some of my livestock, I am at least comforted that I now have insurance with Mutual and Federal.
Water is the most essential of all elements, and in this community, water is scarce. But the donation of 450 hippo rollers will ease the water challenges of this community. The Hippo water roller, with its large drum capacity of 90 liters, frees women and children from having to spend a large portion of every day dedicated to the collection of water.
Insofar as the Hippo rollers, I think they are going to make a very, very big difference in these communities.
Because some of the people here, they travel about 10, 15 kilometers from their places to fetch water. So today we feel that these hip-hop roller tanks are going to make a difference, because at least a person will go and fetch a 90-liter tank of water which will last the whole day, instead of fetching the 20-liter tank which will be refreshed again before the day ends. We are so impressed that the Nedbank has actually brought these hippo tanks to us, because as I said, people here are so impoverished, people here are so backwards in terms of service delivery. So this service delivery that we receive today from Nedbank is actually going to make a very, very huge difference for these communities. They really appreciate this.
We are very lucky because we have been brought a different kind of freedom here in Centane since democracy.
Honestly, the presence of these companies has made a difference. When they arrived, it was very difficult for us. Those were the darkest days in our lives. When they came back, that's when we actually became real chiefs again. They established our dignity, and that made us very happy.
The community of Centane is only the beginning. By the end of 2011, we will be in 8 sites, and by the end of 2013, we intend to be in 15 sites. Building and maintaining dignity, creating opportunities by offering choices and encouraging self-esteem is building community respect and goodwill. The outcome of Project Imbizo will be that the partnership between our companies and the communities will build new markets which will contribute to the ongoing economic stimulation and transformation of these communities. Project Imbizo is business unusual.